Yeah, CBC talking about a story that I've been blabbing about for years about prisoners dying behind bars. But anyway.
Yeah, I was,
how you doing?
Pretty good there, Charles. How are you?
Good. So you just came from jail?
Yeah, last Tuesday.
Which jail we're talking about?
St. John's.
St. John's?
Yeah.
So stealing or
some old
robbing
fines.
or something?
Old fines.
Old fines?
Yeah.
What kind of old fines?
It was just a couple of fines from the court for helping somebody out, and I got in a little mess with it.
And what did you get beside the fine? Probation?
No, well, yeah, probation too, but that's finished long ago.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Oh, 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
My God,
yeah.
time flies.
Sure does.
So, what happened?
Well, I got picked up on Queen Street Saturday morning around 8 o'clock.
You were in the car, in the truck?
Sitting in my truck.
Your truck.
They took me down to the station. They booked me.
Hold on. They took you down the station. First, what they do? What they do with the truck?
Oh, they let me get a friend to take it home.
Oh, okay. So that was nice of
Yeah,
them.
it was pretty good of them.
Okay.
They took me down the station. They booked me, and I don't know, around 4 o'clock that night we left, and by 5 we were at Saint John's.
4 o'clock when? Wednesday or Friday?
Saturday.
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
On a Saturday, they stopped you?
Yeah.
Ain't that nice of them?
It was. I wasn't even driving. I was actually parked.
You were parked?
Yeah.
So they stopped, they went and they said they asked your name, your driver's license,
yeah.
and then they saw unpaid fine.
Yeah.
So they bought you at the station. You're under arrest?
Yep.
Bought you at the station.
Yep.
Say, do you have the money?
Oh, I wasn't paying it anyway.
Yeah. So then here we go with the sheriff, a trip to St. John.
Yeah.
What happened after?
So I get to St. John's. I'm out there Saturday night, Sunday. Starting to feel a little yucky, like I have bad COPD, and I have some other injuries. You know, the tree fell on me and whatnot.
Yeah.
Get some medications for that. And I'm out there, and Sunday rolls around, and I says to the guard, I says, I need my inhaler.
Inhaler?
Puffer, yeah, one of those.
One of those, yeah. Me too. I had the same problem. I was there for 2 days for that blowhorn. Okay, never mind.
He says, oh, okay, I'll get it right to you. Well, 2 hours passed.
2 hours?
2 hours passed. He comes back, finally. I says, hey, you got my inhaler? He says, oh, geez, I forgot, he says. I'll
forgot.
Get it right now. So he left again, another 2 hours passed.
And the air is very dry.
Horrible in there.
It's hard.
You can't breathe.
You can't breathe. I know. I fell asleep. I started coughing. I had prisoners saying, this man needs help.
Yep.
And they won't. This thing, I'm sorry, but I don't know your story.
Yep.
But this thing here, I like to have it on me. Yeah, I don't use it all the time, but I like to have it on me.
I like to have it with me, yeah.
It's like a blanket.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So the second time he comes around, I says, hey, I still need my inhaler, but he says, oh, I forgot. So another 2 hours pass. Finally,
4 hours.
4 hours, a minimum 4 hours, maybe more.
That's terrible.
So I get into a coughing fit. I can't breathe.
Of course.
The other
can't breathe in there, and the refinery is right beside there. I think that's just a way to gas the people.
I'm in Max, so the nurse's station is like 20 steps away.
Yeah.
So the boys finally got the guard to come in, and they saw that I was having a lot of trouble breathing.
Yeah.
They brought me out. They took me down to the nurse's station. They got me an inhaler finally, and I'm probably talking 6 hours after the first time I asked for it. And then they give me oxygen.
Oxygen?
Yeah,
Ain't that nice of them?
It was very good of them. I figure if I needed oxygen, I needed to be in the hospital. That's what I figure.
And you can't breathe in there. So
I take that, I go back to my cell, they lock me up. They actually give me a puffer to take in my cell with me, finally.
They did?
They did.
Wow.
That was amazing. I thought that was very kind and generous. And then I get released on Tuesday. And
Tuesday. So a fine of $600. You're there Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
and Tuesday.
So that's 3 days.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days.
$600, 4 days.
4 days.
Okay, so I think I'm going to be interested in this. Okay, so they let you out
on Tuesday. They drove me back.
They drove you back.
They drove me back.
Why did they? Because usually they don't drive you back.
No, they drove me back as far as Burton. It's Burton because that's where court's held, because Fredericton's down with the flood.
Okay, so they drove you to Burton.
Yeah, they let me out. I walked from Burton, I don't know, out to the highway. I hitchhiked back. I had $19 on me. A nice young lady stopped and picked me up. I was very surprised. And the first words out of her mouth were, "You try anything, I'm going to kick your ass." So, I just want to ride home. You know?
We understand each other very clearly.
We got talking. She's a nice young lady. Give me a nice ride home. I got home. I laid down for a little while, trying to get some strength back, because I was still having a labored time breathing. Around 4 o'clock that night, I said, "Well, I'm going to go down and get a sub from Subway." I got as far as Subway, and I couldn't breathe anymore. So I went into the clinic right beside Subway. They immediately put me in a cab and took me to the hospital. I was in the hospital about 3 hours. They rushed me right through. I couldn't breathe. I was in horrible shape. The doctor there says I has pneumonia. Pneumonia. Well, I was perfectly fine when I went in there, like outside of, you know, having COPD and stuff. But I could breathe, and I was perfectly fine when I went into jail. When I came out, I couldn't breathe. I had pneumonia. The other issues are, you know, the tree fell on me there a few years ago. I took some pretty serious injuries to that, and some memory problems.
But 6 minutes, we can't go into detail on that one. But what I'm interested in, why did they drive you to Burton? Usually they just put you out in Saint John and say you're on your way. They drive you till the Harbor Bridge and say hitchhike.
Yeah, it's possible that they're getting a little nervous about doing that nowadays after the Serena Woods thing.
But so are they bringing prisoners back?
Well, I think they are, because I run into another feller here a few weeks ago that he was released and he got drove back to Fredericton.
Okay, I was supposed to meet somebody from public safety, and then they said, no, we're not going to do it. So you were driven back to the point that, but you were sentenced in Burton.
Yeah.
So... Oh, you were sentenced. They brought you to Burton to say you had to fine.
I got a remand for breach of probation as well.
Breach of probation.
Yeah.
What's that, breach of probation?
I'll probably do 20 days max.
Yeah. So you did 4 days.
Yeah.
So bottom line is, you could have died behind bars.
Easily. I was as close to death as I ever felt I was, to be honest. You know, like I said, I've had trees fall on me, houses blow up on me, car crashes, and I've never felt any worse.
And they wouldn't give you this.
About 4 to 6 hours had passed before I had gotten that.
That's disgusting.